2017, the year where I got my first real desk space. Just me and my laptop that has an i5-3337U and no dedicated graphics card. Practicing, editing, Photoshop, After Effects, even Cinema 4D. But later that year, my parents helped me and I was able to build my first proper PC in a way. But I chose the parts. I didn't really build it myself. It had an A8 7650K, 8 gigs of RAM, and a GTX 1050. But I quickly realized that was kind of like a dead platform. So I bargained, kind of swapped into the i3-4170, adding a random stick of 8 gigs of RAM, totaling 16 gigs. So yeah, but after quite some time, a big upgrade is due. Year 2020, pandemic. With the help of my friends, Twitch, and even my Facebook stream viewers, I was finally able to build my own rig. This time I actually built it. It had a Ryzen 3600X, RTX 2060, and the same power supply that I actually still use today. Now since then, my setup has constantly evolved, the PC keeps getting upgraded, my peripherals change, but it was experimenting, upgrading, and figuring out what works for me. So for today, I want to show you where we are. So let's look at my desk. So of course this is called a desk setup tour, so we're gonna start off with a desk slash table. It's a simple 160x60x75 centimeters gaming table with kind of like a carbon fiber-ish white plain finish, but very clean and very long table. So I have a lot of space to put stuff in. Speaking of putting a lot of stuff in, I'm gonna be separating the desk into 3 sections: left, middle, and right. So yeah, let's start off with the left side of things. Now, for the left side of my desk, I have my essentials, the stuff that I need very quick access to. As you can see, we have this mouse. Yes, this mouse is still working very great. It's the Attack Shark X6, and I've been using it quite a bit nowadays, again, since I've been getting into a lot more competitive games again lately. But yeah, moving on to that, we have my remote here for the 125 watts lighting that I have here. It's actually from an umbrella light set, but I removed the umbrellas because I don't need it. I don't have the space for it as well, and my walls are pretty much almost white. Yeah, I just have it facing the wall, diffuse itself, no problems. Now, just below that, we have 2 desk clamps with monopods. One of them is for my webcam, the one on the right. My webcam is an Anker PowerComp C200. Real 1440p webcam, 30 FPS. Been doing great for meetings, for basically everything work related, even Discord stuff or whatsoever. But to the left of that, I have the same clamp, monopod thing. It's for a clamp. Yes, clamp, desk clamp into the monopod, and then I have it inserted. I forgot what it's called. It's like a ball joint stick clamp, wherein I clamp my phone, which I am using right now to record this video. Usually I have the iPhone 11 clamped into it, and this is pretty much enough for everything. But if I want higher quality, just clamp on my iPhone 14 Pro Max and use Epoch Cam and Camera Hub for putting it to OBS. Now, just right below that, some more trinkets here. We got my trusty USB drives. Yeah, Vaseline, because my lips does get dry very fast. Now, just to the right of those trinkets is basically a numpad right here. So this numpad is modified. If you haven't watched that video, I have a video in this on my Unfloated Bits YouTube channel, wherein how you can change the numpad into kind of like VKs or OBS specific binds without using your main keyboard or whatsoever. So of course, the front and center of any desk setup would probably be not the PC, honestly. It's gonna be the monitors. So my main monitor right here is a ViewSonics VX2758 2K Pro. And this one is, I think, the version 2 or 3. It's the one with the 185 hertz panel, and it's great for editing, gaming, and whatsoever. It does have a slight warm tone looking at it from an off angle, but I'm mostly sitting in the center, and even in my bed it still looks pretty great. Now this one's mounted on a North Bio mono stand. I'm gonna be skipping a little bit to the right section. We have my second monitor, which is my old main monitor, the Asus VP249QGR. It's a 1080p panel, 144 Hz, great for gaming, especially 1080p gaming, but since I needed a 2K panel for editing, I have to move it there. And it's just living on a generic monitor stand. Going back a little bit to the middle section here, right below my main monitor is the JBL Flip 4. So the JBL Flip 4 is very basic, been using it for years. I don't have the need to get the speakers, but maybe it's a future upgrade if I ever get monitor speakers. Rarely use it anyway. I use my wireless headphones, the Bezos AEQURGH02. I don't know how you pronounce it, Acure. But yeah, it's from Bezos and it works really great. I like it. The sound is okay. I can switch between USB mode and the USB dongle mode pretty easily. Have no complaints with it. Now, if it's charging or I need really serious business when it comes to gaming or editing, then I'll be using my IE amps, the Moondrop True 2s. Really great staging and very high build quality. Now, when it comes to the keyboard, I've been switching it around, whatever my other keyboards, but I guess I'll be sticking to this one for now. It's a wooden copycat. It's the Mad Lion 68HE. I don't have a need for 8K. I'm no longer a peak gamer here, but yeah, rapid trigger, snappy tappies whatsoever, the features, the actuation points that you can change for the WASD and for the rest of the keyboard. But yeah, pretty much stock. If you want to hear more about this keyboard, again, videos on the Unfiltered Bits YouTube channel. Matching with that would be my mouse. My main mouse right now is a Kaisana M617, 8K polling rate. I actually don't play it at 8K. The highest I go for is 4K, maybe for Valorant, but most of the time it's running at 500 Hertz to 1000 because that's just what my hands are used with. The sensitivity of those polling rate range is perfect, at least for me. But once again, I still do use this mouse right here, the Attack Strike X6. Really great mouse. Both of them are really good, different shapes though. But yeah, they're both gliding on the Koikage Shiro 450X 400 mousepad. And last time that I made a video, I have the same mousepad and they're not in stock for a while. And now they're back in stock. So that's actually pretty great. You can buy them. All links, by the way, would be on the description down below, or maybe on a pastebin link if there's too many of them. Now, moving on to the right side of my desk, of course, we already talked about the monitor, so we're going to be talking about the other stuff here. Now, just right above the monitor, we have a light. It's just a simple light here, video conference light, and I have it facing the wall as well. Now, attached to the monitor stand here, I actually do have another boom arm. One of my old webcams is attached to, making it kind of like a top-down camera shot. Now, this webcam right here is the Creative Live Sync 4K. I'm still thinking if this is kind of useful for me, I might just take it off. It's a 50-50. You might see it there, you might not see it there in the next few days or weeks. Right below my monitor is Apple Watch charger with my Apple Watch, of course. My Apple Watch is a Series 7 45mm. I also have my OG pad here that got my Brian into God of Destruction, which is the Hot 42 S16. The detachable mic of my headphones are also here. We also have our Orico drive bay here. It houses 2 drives. For the mic that I use right now, the one that you're hearing me from is the Fifine T683. My mic does change a lot in a year, but for now, I'll be sticking to this one. It's a condenser microphone. Hears me very well, but since my room is untreated, you can hear a little bit more of that room noise and echo. But yeah, it sounds very natural to me, and I hope to keep it that way for now. But maybe we might upgrade again into a dynamic microphone at some point in time. It's a full kit setup, so the arm is also from it, and that's about it. Now, you're probably wondering, where is my PC, or where even is the laptop, since it's not on the desk as what you've been seeing? They're all into a shelf, I guess you could say, to the right of my desk. Yeah, this one houses 3 kind of shelf bars, if that's what you want to call it. But on the top part here, it houses my laptop, an Asus X570D laptop. It has a GTX 1050 and i5. I use it for if I ever need to capture something that should not affect the performance of my main PC. And with that said, I use the Wavlink 4K capture card, or Wavelink. I don't know how you pronounce it. I made a review on that once again. Most of the stuff here, I actually made a review on my other YouTube channel, but I'll be talking more about the channels later on the ending part of this video. So watch out for that. In connection with that, no pun intended, I am also using a USB hub with KVM switch, so I can switch where my webcam goes, my Orico drive bay goes, or whatsoever, so I can easily change files from my main PC to the laptop if ever needed. Now I also have this leverless, once again, or mostly called a mixed box or a hit box, the B16 or board 16, again from Hot 42. Big fan of the brand. They're changing it to Cosmox though. Now there's just some random items there too, like a controller, some cables, charger, and whatsoever. But yeah, you're not really here for the shelf for that part. We're not going to be talking more about the lower part of the shelf. Let's talk about the middle one, wherein the PC is at. Yeah, the PC is not really the main priority. It's kind of like a stealth PC build. It's not a sleeper, it's a stealth one, and it's just there in the corner, and I just want it to always work. That's basically the goal for this PC. And yes, to answer the questions, it does cost 100,000 Philippine peso as of the pricing of today's market in the Philippines. Yeah, it doesn't house any 50 series graphics cards or even the AMD 9070 XT because I bought the parts before those things actually came out. But yeah, it's still a beast of a machine. Again, spoiler alert, it is on an old platform, AM4, so it's DDR4. Last gen basically. It's still a beast, so let's talk about it. But yeah, the CPU is a 5950X being cooled by a Fuma 3 with 3 Arctic P12 fans. Again, I was using a liquid cooler and I was actually thinking about using one again on this PC build, but I just decided to, hey, I just want a PC that works without any problem. Now the 5950X is actually slotted into the B550M Steel Legend motherboard, and I do have 4 DIMMs or 4 RAMs slotted into the motherboard. They're all Kingston Beast Fury 3200 megahertz overclocked to 3266. 2 would have been better, but I cannot find 2 X32 sticks and I needed that 64 gig for multitasking. And yes, don't even question me, I do get up to the high 50s of that RAM usage. Now the GPU that is basically powering my games is the 7800 XT from AMD. Really great card. Doesn't matter if the 9070 is better or the 5070 is better. It does handle all the games that I throw at it, even AAA games at 1440p. Now for most fans, I have an Arctic P12s and my power supply is the G1 Plus from EVGA, 850 watts. And of course it is housed on the Asus Prime AP201 33 liter case, very stealth on the corner of my desk setup. Now I'll be talking more about the performance of this PC on its own video, of course, the building video and the performance video. All I can say is it crushes everything that I throw at it. It's cool and quiet even on the hottest of days. I live in the Philippines, as you guys know, and it's very hot because it's a tropical country. But yeah, it seems like this video is coming to an end, and I just want to say I appreciate everybody who actually watched the entirety of it. I would probably not be making one in a couple of years, maybe, but nobody knows. Basically everything that you've seen here is mostly bought by me. Maybe 2 items aren't. This is kind of like the desk setup after years. Now I just have some small announcements. This is probably the last pure English video that you're going to be seeing in this YouTube channel, Alen Avila. I want it to be more personal and I want it to be a semi-local YouTube channel. So what I mean by that is I'll start speaking more Taglish videos. Short videos would probably be Taglish. You can check out my Unfiltered Bits channel for specific English tech videos and more informative in that channel. But other than that, you can check me out on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook even, Twitch if you want to see me live. If you have any questions, comment them down in the comment section below. If you have any questions, you can actually chat on my chat whenever I'm live on the platforms that I stated. I usually multi-stream, so there's no way you can't catch me. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day.